Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Romani. The other day I posted a video on TikTok and Instagram about how I get rid of bloating, and it received a lot of good feedback, and so y'all know I had to come do it on YouTube a little bit more in depth to tell y'all exactly how I get rid of bloating and how you can too. If you're brand new here and you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Romani, but I'm a personal trainer and a yoga instructor, and I love making content about fitness and health and telling y'all what to do, what not to do, and just how to help people on their fitness journeys. I started my fitness journey back in 2014 when I was still in high school, but since then I've had a few fitness journeys because life be lifing, and becoming an adult, you just gain weight, you lose weight. So I've had a few fitness journeys, but I always experience bloating like in between those fitness journeys. Like, you know, if I eat something or if I'm out of town, I've always experienced bloating. Not too much anymore because I've practiced these tips that I'm going to tell you about, but I've experienced bloating and I know that it's not fun. Sometimes you have discomfort, sometimes it can be painful bloating, and it's just not something that anyone wants to experience. So I'm going to tell you some products to use, but that's going to be at the end. I'm also going to tell you what you need to do as far as eating, what you need to be drinking. So like some more natural things that you can do to relieve bloating. I'm gonna have some timestamps as well. So if you want to click through and see a certain part of the video, you can also do that. But of course, I want you to watch the entire video because it helps my channel out a lot. If you watch my videos often, you already know what my first tip is going to be. It's going to be drink water. I always talk about drinking water because water was what catapulted my fitness journey. When I first started losing weight, or when I first wanted to lose weight, I had no idea where to start. I was like, okay, I'm just going to start drinking a gallon of water a day. I'm not going to drink anything else. At the time I was drinking pop and juice and all the things. I'm like, I'm not going to drink anything else. I drank a gallon of water a day and I lost 3 pounds in 1 week. And that was literally in 2014. That was how I started my fitness journey. So I am indebted to water. I love water. I try to drink a gallon a day still, and it's like 10 years later. But when you want to get rid of bloating, or you just want to not even experience bloating, drinking water all the time is going to be key. If you are bloated right now and you start drinking water, of course it's not going to go away as soon as you start drinking it, but over time, give it like an hour, some hours, or a day, the bloating is going to go down. When you're hydrated, when you're drinking water, water moves through your system and it starts to move the things throughout your system. So you're not going to be experiencing those digestive issues that you would have if you weren't drinking anything. Just think about it like this. If you're super bloated, you just feel super stuffed, and you don't do anything, you're going to constantly feel super stuffed. But if you feel that way and you start to drink some water, that water is going to move everything out. You're going to start having some gas, you're going to start having some bowel movements, and it's going to go down. Your stomach is going to flatten, and we're going to get rid of that bloat. And this can be any kind of water. Of course, I recommend plain water. I don't know why adults don't want to drink plain water, but I recommend plain water all the time. But if you want to add some fruits, I always recommend lime, specifically key limes. I used to take a key lime shot every morning. I kind of fell off of it because life was life and whatever. But I used to drink key lime shots in the morning on an empty stomach, and that would literally like push everything out. If you know, you know. I put it on my TikTok and everybody was like, oh, you're right. So if you want to squeeze a key lime into your water, and I guess this really wasn't even one of the tips, but if you want to drink a shot of key lime juice, you can use a citrus squeezer. I actually have one on my Amazon storefront. It's going to be linked below, but you can use a citrus squeezer and you can squeeze the lime juice in your water and you can drink it, and that is going to have everything moving and you ain't gonna be bloated no more. Since we're on the topic of liquids, while you're drinking water, you also can be drinking tea. Tea is so good for digestion. I drink tea in the morning and I also drink tea in the evening. I drink so many different types of teas, but my favorites are green tea, black tea, and peppermint tea. I love peppermint tea. It just all gets everything moving in your system. And I like to put apple cider vinegar in my tea in the morning and at night. Apple cider vinegar is going to help you with bloating. Apple cider vinegar, I swear by it. I've been drinking apple cider vinegar for about 6 years now, and it still does the job every single morning, every single evening. I'm not bloated. Everything is moving bloating in my system, and I honestly just love it. I know that some people don't really like tea, which I don't understand how a person could not like tea. If I didn't have tea every morning and every evening, I don't know what kind of person I would be. But I know that some people don't like tea, so if you just want to put the apple cider vinegar in some water, that can also help you as well. And then you want to limit those carbonated drinks. Whenever you drink something carbonated, you're going to be bloated. Carbonation just causes bloating, makes you swell up. It just puffs you up. If you want to limit your bloating, the pop, the champagne, and let's not even get started on alcohol. If you want to limit your bloating, you need to limit the alcohol. The alcohol is going to have you inflamed. It's going to be so much inflammation in your body. You're going to look so puffy. I don't drink anymore. Today is actually my 200th day not drinking, and it's not like I'm counting every day. When I first said that I wasn't going to drink anymore, I just like counted everything out and put it in my calendar. And I just remember seeing that in my calendar. So happy 200th day not drinking. But when I used to drink, I talked about this on my channel before, my face would be so puffy, it was ridiculous because my body would literally like swell up. I would be so inflamed. It was just not a good sight to see. So limiting your alcohol and limiting those carbonated drinks like soda is going to be key if you're trying to flatten the belly and get rid of the bloat. Now, something else you want to do is stay away from those refined carbs. I talked about this in another video. There are two types of carbs. You have complex carbs and you have refined carbs. Complex carbs aren't going to do the same things that refined carbs are going to do. An example of complex carbs would be oats, bananas, apples. An example of refined carbs would be cereal, white bread, white pasta. Do you see the difference here? You need to stay away from those refined carbs because most refined carbs have sugar, salt, all the things that makes you bloated, especially salt. You want to stay away from salt, not even just when it comes to carbs, but like putting the salt on your food. When you're bloated, you do not want to have excess salt because that's why you're bloated already, because your body is like retaining this sodium in your body. So you definitely want to stay away from the refined carbs. And if you can't really think of a refined carb that you eat, something that's coming to mind right now are ramen noodles or ramen noodles, however you pronounce it. I don't really eat them anymore. Of course, I ate them all throughout my upbringing, especially when I was not on a weight loss journey. Like prior to my weight loss journey, that was my favorite thing to eat. But they have so much sodium in them, you're going to be bloated after you eat those. So that's just an example of something that you want to stay away from. And while these are good for you, you also may want to stay away from beans. Beans can cause gas and bloating as well. All right, some things that you do want to eat are berries. Berries are going to be your saving grace all the time. Berries help so much with digestion. So raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, you want to be consuming berries. Fruit in general, like fruit and vegetables, are going to be good when you are bloated. However, you really need to hone in on what you're eating and like really take a look at what you're eating, because all fruits and vegetables are not created equal. Like when you're bloated, you may not want to eat a salad, because for me personally, leafy greens make me bloated. Maybe like days after I might be regular, but I remember this one time this year, like earlier this year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat a salad every single day. First of all, I'm not even a big fan of salads, but I was like, I'm gonna eat a salad every single day, you know, trying to get ready for the summer. Girl, I was so bloated, it was crazy. I'm like, I'm not eating a salad every single day. And then I finally looked it up and it said leafy greens will make you bloated. So even though it's healthy, it will still make you swell up, and it kind of just like defeats the whole the whole purpose of you eating a salad. All right, now on to some supplements. The first one that we have here is the Amazing Grass Greens Blend, and it is in the flavor Superfood. This stuff right here is literally a godsend. And I know you're probably like, I always see people talking about greens powders. I'm gonna tell you how I even got into this so you can know like this is for real. So at the beginning of the year, I kept seeing girls promote the Bloom greens powder, and I was just like, okay, like I didn't really think too much of it. But then a company had hit me up and they were like, hey, we want you to promote our greens powder. So I'm like, okay, let me try it first before I promote it. They wanted me to make a TikTok video. So they sent it to me and I'm like, let's see what this is about. And I kid you not, the next day, my digestion was so good. I was like, oh, the girlies really are getting rid of bloating just by eating or putting this powder in their stuff. And so I did the promo video, and then I ended up running out of the company's container. When I went to go look it up, I was like, I don't know, it was just too expensive. I'm like, oh, I'm not about to pay for that. So I get on Amazon and I look up some greens powder, and then I found that one, and I want to say it's in like the 20 to 30 range, and you know, that might be expensive to some, but I'm telling you, it really works. So I try to drink it every day, and I just try to put it in my protein smoothie, and you are going to taste it just a little bit, but I've honestly gotten used to the taste, and I just love the results so much that like I don't really care how it tastes. But if you want to purchase that, it's going to be in my Amazon storefront, and I'm gonna leave that link below. All right, our next supplement is L-glutamine. Now I just started taking this about 3 weeks ago, so it's like I don't want to be like, oh, like this is amazing. However, I am, you know, seeing some good results from it. The greens powder already keeps me, you know, not bloated, and when I wake up in the morning, I've just been taking this on an empty stomach, and I have the pills. I know I've seen some girls with the powder, but I have the pills, and it's been, you know, pretty good for me. There are 180 capsules in this one, but you know, I haven't gotten through them all yet, so I'll probably come back on when I finish this entire container. But so far, so good. I also have that on my Amazon storefront, and the link is going to be below. And aside from that, I do offer some meal plans on my website that help with bloating. Like I told y'all, I'm a personal trainer, so I do like to offer meal plans and workout plans for people who are not able to train with me in person, because I'm in LA and everybody's not in LA. So, you know, I like to have these resources for you all. So I have 2 meal plans that can help with bloating. I have the 5-day detox meal plan, which is like you're eating, you know, fruits and vegetables, and you're watching the weight fall off. And then I also have my 10-day smoothie cleanse, where it's pretty much the same, but you're not eating, you're only drinking the smoothie. To each his own, you know, it depends on what kind of person you are. Do you want to eat the fruit? Do you want to drink the fruit? But I'm also going to leave that link below, and you can always use the code YouTube for a discount. All right, you guys, that was the end of this video. I really hope that it helped you, you know, get rid of your bloating. It helped you on your weight loss journey and all those things. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave me a comment, share this with your friends, do all the things, really hype my channel up, y'all. I am trying to grow. I'm gonna leave my socials down below so that we can connect, and I'm gonna leave my business and my Amazon storefront. I'm gonna leave everything down below, and I will see you in my next video.